Imagine a car built not to boast, but to last. A sedan that treated refinement like a quiet science instead of a marketing slogan. Think of a machine so calmly confident that it became the default choice for executives, chauffeurs, and heads of corporations across an entire nation. It never aimed to impress the flashy crowd, yet somehow earned a reputation for being almost impossible to wear out. Its story is not about speed or spectacle. It is about endurance, dignity, and a relentless pursuit of smoothness. Behind that reserved exterior lies decades of innovation that helped define how luxury could feel instead of how it should look. In an era when every manufacturer was chasing excess, this car stayed true to subtlety, and that decision made it timeless. Today we are exploring how that philosophy came to life, how it adapted, and how it managed to survive beyond trends. Stay tuned, and if you enjoy deep dives into vehicles that refuse to fade, remember to like, subscribe, and tell us which model deserves the spotlight next. The 1990 Toyota Crown arrived at a crossroads in automotive culture. Japan's domestic market had matured, the economy was booming, and Toyota wanted a flagship that spoke not through flash but through refinement. The Crown had already been a familiar sight for decades, yet the 1990 generation, designated the S130, represented a quiet revolution in how Toyota interpreted luxury. Instead of chasing European prestige, it perfected the art of comfort and control. The 1990 Toyota Crown was not designed to impress at first glance. It was built to impress over years of ownership. Every line of its boxy body was deliberate, every surface engineered for calmness. Even the chrome trim seemed to whisper rather than shout. Inside, the car felt like a mobile boardroom. Thick wool upholstery replaced the slippery leather popular elsewhere. The dashboard wrapped around the driver with a measured confidence, and the controls moved with a precise resistance that made every interaction feel purposeful. Engineers obsessed over silence, sealing door gaps and tuning the suspension to cancel road noise long before soundproofing became a buzzword. The 1990 Toyota Crown represented a nation's confidence in its own craftsmanship. It proved that sophistication could come from patience, not excess. This generation sat on Toyota's rear-wheel drive platform, offering inline-six engines that balanced smoothness and longevity. The 2JZ family was still evolving, but Toyota's engineers already understood the importance of refinement over raw power. The Crown's power plants rarely exceeded modest output figures by modern standards, yet their delivery was linear, predictable, and durable. In city traffic, the car glided. On the highway, it hovered at low RPM, unbothered by effort. This was not a machine to be pushed. It was one to be experienced in motionless calm. The 1990 Toyota Crown became a favorite among executives and government officials precisely because of this effortless poise. Chauffeurs loved it for reliability. Passengers loved it for peace. Each model came with Toyota's meticulous attention to ergonomics. Seats designed to reduce fatigue, climate systems that balanced cabin zones independently, and controls shaped for tactile satisfaction. Even the door thud was engineered as a reassuring sound of precision. To outsiders, the Crown looked conservative. To insiders, it felt like mastery. At the time, Japan's automotive industry was cresting into global prominence. While another manufacturer might have showcased sports coupes or exotic concepts, Toyota doubled down on discipline. The 1990 Toyota Crown stood as a statement that luxury did not require extravagance. It required intention. The car's understated design mirrored the Japanese concept of shibui, an aesthetic of simple, subtle, and unobtrusive beauty. This restraint gave the Crown a unique power. It aged with grace. While flashier sedans of the era quickly dated themselves with chrome overload or digital gimmicks, the Crown maintained a dignified presence. Beneath that calm surface, however, Toyota was experimenting with serious technology. The 1990 Toyota Crown offered electronically controlled air suspension, a precursor to systems that would later appear in more prominent luxury lines. It could automatically adjust damping to smooth out uneven pavement or stiffen during cornering. It also featured advanced diagnostics, climate memory, and even steering wheel controls that hinted at the next decade's expectations. Toyota treated the Crown as a rolling laboratory for refinement. Every quiet advancement eventually trickled down to lesser models. In this way, the 1990 Toyota Crown acted as both symbol and tool. It was the car through which Toyota learned how to define comfort in mechanical terms. Noise was measured in decibels, vibration in microns, and harshness in data points rather than guesswork. The result was an experience of uncanny serenity. Owners would often remark that after a long drive they felt less fatigued than they had before starting the trip. The suspension's compliance, the transmission's fluid shifts, and the cabin's acoustic insulation combined to create a sensation of detachment from the outside world. Yet this was not detachment through isolation. It was precision through harmony. The 1990 Toyota Crown did not numb the driver. It refined the entire process of driving. Everything about it encouraged patience and precision. Toyota's marketing for the Crown during this period emphasized integrity and trust rather than performance metrics. In a way, the car represented Toyota itself. Dependable, consistent, unpretentious. And while it may not have made headlines abroad, it solidified Toyota's reputation at home as a builder of world-class engineering. Taxi companies and private fleets depended on the Crown because it could run for hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal maintenance. That durability became a form of status in itself. The 1990 Toyota Crown became a symbol of quiet success, a reward for those who had no need to prove anything. Owning one suggested stability, not showmanship. It became the car you earned through reliability, not risk. And that identity resonated deeply with Japan's social and corporate hierarchy at the time. Even today, older models still glide through Japanese streets, maintained lovingly by enthusiasts who value their restraint. To them, the 1990 Toyota Crown represents not nostalgia, but an ideal, a time when cars were designed to serve with dignity rather than dazzle with spectacle. Every part of the Crown, from its inline-six hum to its softly glowing dashboard, reinforced a single idea: perfection is quiet. This philosophy made it timeless. Long after its contemporaries became footnotes, the Crown remained relevant because it never chased trends. It was built on discipline, and discipline never goes out of style. By the time the 1990 Toyota Crown settled into its role as Japan's executive benchmark, Toyota had already begun dissecting what made it so universally respected. Segment by segment, the Crown's engineering became a kind of textbook for refinement. It demonstrated that comfort could be engineered through micro-level precision rather than brute force or excessive insulation. The 1990 Toyota Crown was never about isolating the driver from the world. It was about orchestrating the interaction between machine, human, and environment so that everything felt effortless. When other manufacturers competed for performance bragging rights, Toyota engineers were quietly measuring vibration frequencies, suspension harmonics, and acoustic behavior inside the cabin. Their conclusion was simple: true luxury begins where effort ends. The Crown exemplified that lesson better than any contemporary sedan. Its suspension geometry was carefully calculated to maintain composure on uneven Japanese roads. The steering ratio allowed precise control without twitchiness. Each bushing and joint was tuned to absorb impact yet retain road feel. The 1990 Toyota Crown became not just a car but an ongoing study in mechanical empathy. The ability of a machine to understand its users' comfort before they realized discomfort existed. Beyond mechanics, Toyota also explored how to make technology invisible. Many features in the Crown were advanced for their time. Automatic climate sensors, electronically controlled transmissions, adaptive suspensions. Yet Toyota's design philosophy kept the user interface understated. The goal was not to impress the driver with gadgetry, but to make the car anticipate needs naturally. The 1990 Toyota Crown thus pioneered what would later define Lexus: technology that disappears behind experience. Its refinement was not loud. It was deep. The early 1990s marked a global fascination with automotive excess. Rival brands emphasized aggressive design cues and turbocharged engines. Toyota, with the Crown, went the opposite direction. Its inline-six engines prioritized smooth torque over peak output, and the automatic transmissions shifted with measured grace. Owners described the car as having an invisible rhythm. It responded calmly no matter the input. This composure was central to its charm. In Japan's dense urban environment, the 1990 Toyota Crown offered predictability. A sense that nothing about it would ever surprise you in a bad way. That predictability became its competitive edge. Reliability, often dismissed as unglamorous, turned into a form of prestige. Fleet managers knew that choosing the Crown meant years of uninterrupted service. Executives knew that arriving in one communicated restraint, success, and reliability in equal measure. The Crown's comfort was so consistent that passengers learned to trust it implicitly. That trust carried economic significance. Toyota's domestic reputation for reliability allowed it to expand globally, and the lessons learned from the 1990 Toyota Crown's design directly influenced Toyota's international strategy. The precision fitment, the quality of materials, and the attention to acoustic detail became benchmarks for future luxury divisions. The Crown was effectively a blueprint for the modern Japanese luxury car. Even though it was never officially marketed in the United States, its DNA traveled through Lexus. The LS400, for example, shared many underlying philosophies first refined in the Crown's design laboratories. The 1990 Toyota Crown was therefore both a product and a prototype, an idea in motion. Within Japan, however, its evolution took on cultural meaning. Driving a Crown symbolized achievement, yet humility. It became the official car of choice for government transport, police executives, and corporate leaders. Its restrained style aligned perfectly with Japan's cultural appreciation for understatement. The boxy profile communicated authority without arrogance. Toyota deliberately avoided radical redesigns during this era, reinforcing the notion that perfection required consistency. Each new iteration refined the same silhouette, creating continuity that became iconic. The 1990 Toyota Crown embodied that ideal balance between familiarity and innovation. Underneath the surface, Toyota was experimenting with lightweight materials, corrosion-resistant coatings, and modular assembly techniques that improved long-term durability. The company approached the Crown as an evolving project rather than a static model. Even subtle updates to its drivetrain or chassis were the result of extensive research into how small changes affected comfort and stability. This incremental perfectionism was uniquely Japanese. It reflected a manufacturing philosophy rooted in Kaizen, continuous improvement. The 1990 Toyota Crown was the physical manifestation of that mindset. It was not designed once. It was designed endlessly. The result was a car that seemed unchanging to the casual observer, but felt progressively better to anyone who drove it across generations. As the decade progressed, the Crown's reputation extended beyond Japan. Enthusiasts in other countries began importing them, drawn to the combination of luxury and reliability at a fraction of the cost of European sedans. They discovered that the 1990 Toyota Crown's engineering brilliance held up remarkably well, even decades later. The smoothness of its straight-six engine, the solidity of its build quality, and the serenity of its ride remained intact. In a world that increasingly valued novelty, the Crown's lasting composure became its most powerful statement. Meanwhile, inside Toyota, engineers treated the car as a living archive of ideas. Many technologies first tested on the Crown later appeared in high-end Toyotas and Lexus models worldwide. Air suspension logic, adaptive automatic transmissions, and noise-reducing architecture all drew lineage from experiments done on this sedan. The 1990 Toyota Crown thus functioned as a silent innovator, never the headline act, but always the backbone. It showcased Toyota's confidence in its ability to lead through refinement rather than reinvention. This approach paid dividends. While trends shifted from digital dashboards to minimalist interiors, from turbocharging to hybrids, the Crown simply absorbed the best of each era without losing its identity. It evolved as if time were its collaborator, not its rival. By understanding why people trusted it so deeply, Toyota learned how to build emotional reliability into mechanical form. That insight transformed not only the Crown but Toyota's entire design ethos. The 1990 Toyota Crown, in hindsight, was the pivot point where the company's pursuit of quality became a global doctrine. It proved that quiet excellence could shape markets as effectively as aggressive marketing. And even though few outside Japan noticed at the time, history has revealed the Crown as one of the most influential luxury sedans of its generation. As the years advanced, the 1990 Toyota Crown evolved from a status symbol into a cultural touchstone. It remained a fixture on Japan's roads, its silhouette instantly recognizable even as trends around it changed. When the economic bubble burst in the early 1990s, conspicuous consumption lost its shine, and the Crown's reserved demeanor suddenly became the perfect reflection of national sentiment. The 1990 Toyota Crown represented stability in uncertain times. It never tried to reinvent itself dramatically. It refined instead. That quiet confidence became its enduring identity. Each succeeding generation carried forward the same design DNA. Clean lines, balanced proportions, and a focus on serenity rather than spectacle. Owners appreciated that constancy. They knew exactly what they were getting. A car that would serve without complaint, a companion that prioritized comfort over attention. The 1990 Toyota Crown taught Toyota that loyalty could be earned not by surprises, but by predictability done perfectly. That insight shaped Toyota's long-term strategy. The Crown became a developmental foundation for other models, influencing everything from chassis tuning to sound insulation techniques. Toyota engineers studied how long-term owners interacted with the car, how small ergonomic improvements changed fatigue levels, and how ride calibration affected driver confidence. The lessons gathered from the 1990 Toyota Crown guided decades of refinement across the company's lineup. Yet what makes the Crown fascinating is how it stayed true to its identity even as the world shifted around it. The late 1990s and early 2000s brought rising competition from German and American luxury brands. Their designs emphasized sportiness and aggressive character. Toyota, however, recognized that the Crown's core audience valued composure above all. It continued to improve its inline-six engines, offering smoother power delivery and improved fuel efficiency. The 1990 Toyota Crown successors integrated advanced safety features, refined suspensions, and eventually hybrid systems, all without betraying its quiet philosophy. This evolutionary approach helped the Crown outlast many rivals that chased trends. Through economic cycles and changing tastes, it remained the executive car of choice for those who valued subtlety. In Japan, a Crown still carried social weight. It symbolized trust, tradition, and continuity. Its continued production became a point of pride for Toyota, proof that the company could maintain a legacy product without stagnation. The 1990 Toyota Crown also played a symbolic role in defining Japanese luxury for the global stage. Its restraint influenced how Lexus approached design and branding. The early Lexus sedans drew heavily from the Crown's chassis and engineering ethos, translating its quiet refinement into a more globally appealing language. Without the Crown's decades of development, Lexus might never have achieved the seamless ride and meticulous detail that became its signature. In this way, the 1990 Toyota Crown did not just serve its own market, it shaped the perception of Japanese luxury worldwide. Its presence in Asia, the Middle East, and later as a collector's import in North America, revealed the universality of its appeal. People who drove one discovered that its understated comfort transcended culture. The car did not demand admiration. It earned it through execution. Time eventually brought change, of course. As hybrid and electric technology matured, Toyota revisited the Crown's identity for a new era. The modern versions are sleeker, more expressive, and aimed at a broader audience. Yet the lineage remains unmistakable. The 1990 Toyota Crown's legacy can still be felt in how Toyota approaches balance between innovation and reliability, luxury and restraint. It taught the brand that timelessness comes from consistency of purpose. Cars inspired by the Crown continue to embody that principle. Vehicles that do not chase fashion but quietly redefine what comfort means in each generation. When enthusiasts speak of the Crown today, especially the 1990 model, they talk about more than a car. They talk about craftsmanship at its most deliberate, engineering at its most humane, and design at its most disciplined. The 1990 Toyota Crown stands as proof that success in automotive design is not measured by how loudly a car announces itself, but by how long people trust it. It remains one of Toyota's purest expressions of refinement. Its story is not just a chapter in the company's history. It is the moral of it. Even after decades, the essence of the Crown continues to resonate wherever quiet excellence is appreciated. That is its true legacy, a legacy written not in noise, but in calm precision that refuses to fade. The 1990 Toyota Crown left an imprint far deeper than its restrained design suggested. In retrospect, it marked a turning point where Toyota fully committed to a philosophy of refinement as performance. The car's significance cannot be overstated. It proved that luxury could be measured by composure rather than spectacle. Even today, when modern sedans chase technology-driven prestige, the lessons of the 1990 Toyota Crown remain relevant. Its combination of reliability, serenity, and engineering precision continues to influence how Toyota approaches comfort and endurance. The car's enduring popularity among collectors and enthusiasts shows how deeply that philosophy resonates. It represents more than nostalgia. It stands for a way of thinking that values patience and purpose. For Toyota, the 1990 Toyota Crown was not merely another model year. It was a statement of confidence during a period of global expansion. It reinforced that consistency could be a strategy, not a limitation. It shaped the blueprint for future luxury vehicles, including those designed for export under new badges. Its influence extended quietly through the company's culture, teaching generations of engineers that excellence requires humility. The 1990 Toyota Crown's legacy lies in its ability to bridge eras. It connected traditional craftsmanship with emerging technology, showing how to modernize without losing soul. Every element, from its whisper-quiet cabin to its faultless mechanical balance, reflected a pursuit of harmony that modern design still strives to replicate. This pursuit has kept the Crown name alive through hybridization, platform innovation, and even crossover reinvention. Yet, through all those evolutions, the spirit that defined the 1990 Toyota Crown remains intact. It is the spirit of quiet ambition, the belief that the best machines do not shout about what they can do. They simply do it perfectly. As we look back on this car, we see not just a product of its time but a guidepost for the future. It reminds us that automotive greatness is often born not from flash or force, but from thoughtfulness and restraint. The 1990 Toyota Crown endures because it understood one simple truth: dignity never goes out of style. And in that calm confidence, it found immortality. Thank you for joining this exploration of one of Toyota's most quietly revolutionary sedans. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more deep dives into the machines that shaped automotive history, be sure to like, subscribe, and let us know which model deserves the next spotlight.